Alright guys, I am continuing this drawing of Artanis from StarCraft 2. As always, feel free to ask me any question. Whew. Thanks for watching, feel free to ask me any question. Right, I think I should move on. Sometimes I spend like way too much time on like one tiny little thing. need to get the proportion right. Right now I'm using 4H because yeah, I'm just trying to like get the proportion and placement right. So I don't want to get like too dark right away. So if you make a mistake, and you know, you can always change. Easy to change. Yeah, it should be something like this. Yep, should be something like this. And getting the proportion right is very important. Okay. Yeah, it should look like something like this. And this will come here. Yep, should look like something like this. Alright, let's darken the lines and fill in the detail. Where should I start? Where should I start? it's gonna take me a while to even get to Artanis face. Once I get to like right here, like Artanis himself, oh man, it'll be a lot more interesting. What's up, Jimmy? My little Jimmy Raynor. Drawing this drawing, okay, it kind of reminds me of drawing Jim Raynor back in the, like 2 years ago. Because both drawing, I'm drawing, armors. Although one is Terran, one is Protoss. But yeah, it kind of reminds me drawing Jim Raynor like 2 years ago. Yeah, but still, I need to, make sure I do everything right. So is it like 12 o'clock at your side? Thank you very much for watching me this late. Like I said, I can stream sometime, like earlier if you want. Or I can stream on the weekend too. If that's more convenient for you. So you don't have to stay up so late. Okay, cool. cool. Yeah, right now it's 9:17 right here. Reason why I stream at 9 because if I stream at like sometimes like 8, you know, something like 8 o'clock, I might not be able to make it. But at 9, most of the time I can make it. Okay, cool. So when do you have time to play some co-op? Okay, cool. Thursday, Friday. Okay, we'll find out. Do you have StarCraft Remaster also? I love to play some StarCraft Remaster too. I only play use map settings versus insane AI. Cool. So yeah, man, we're gonna have some fun. What else should you play? Cause I don't really play whole lot, like, you know, nowadays compared to I used to play before. I don't play shooting games. I mean, I know a lot of people love shooting games, but personally, I don't enjoy shooting games. I just feel dizzy because of the camera angle, and yeah, that's just me. StarCraft, probably my favorite, my favorite game of all time. But the best game ever made, in my opinion. I also play King of Fighters, you know, some other fighting game. Cool. I don't really like shooting games. I just don't enjoy it. I also feel that the screen, the view is too narrow. Because our human eyes can definitely see more than a screen, if it's in a real world. Alright. I also like to play some RPG games. But I just don't like shooting games. I'm probably one of the special. Because a lot of guys love shooting games so much. I never get used to it. I have Warcraft 2, but I rarely play it. Back in the days I bought it because StarCraft 2 is made by Blizzard and Warcraft 2 is made by Blizzard. But then I tried it and then it's like, yeah, I don't hate it, but I don't really enjoy it too. It's an okay game for its time, but yeah. And when I was very little, I played Red Alert. I couldn't remember it's like the first or second or whatever, but it was long time ago in my friend's house, so I couldn't really remember. I just feel like StarCraft is the best RTS than there is no, there's really no competition, you know, for any other RTS to, you know, to compete with StarCraft. I still play KOF 98 even to today, you know, King of Fighters. And fighting games are hard, man. It's just like RTS. It's a pretty niche genre. A lot of people. It's, you know, it's hard to get in for, you know, a lot of people. I also I kind of like Devil May Cry, although I think there's a lot of room for improvement. So I do play you know, action game from time to time. Man, drawing this, you know, picture really does reminds me of drawing Jim Raynor, because like all the metal, the rusty, you know, that kind of feel. It does remind me of drawing Jim Raynor. Probably one of the reasons why I picked this to draw. Oh yeah, Dynasty Warrior. Of course, man, I'm Chinese, so. But I think every time they release a new, you know, new game in the series, I mean, it's roughly the same. I think I still have my Warriors Orochi, Mosu Warrior Orochi 2 for my PS2. I think it's covered in dust right now. I think you know, like Dynasty Warrior, Warriors Orochi, or what's the Japan one? I forgot the Japanese version of it. You know, the one with the gameplay is okay, but you know, and as well as Devil May Cry, it really lacks of the feel of you're actually killing, flesh, human flesh. When you hit something with your weapon, it feels like you're hitting like a bunch of metals. Yeah, Samurai Warriors. Yeah. Yeah, like all the action game, like Dynasty Warrior, Samurai Warrior, Devil May Cry. Like when you hit something with a weapon, right? It doesn't feel like you are hitting human flesh. It feels like you're hitting, a bunch of metals. So I think that's like something they need to improve on. But then again, I think they don't want it to be like too violent. I don't know. But it's that feel, okay? It's that feel when you hit something. It's just not there yet. Yeah. So I think that's something they can, work on. The animation is there, but well, not exactly. I want to see some actual, blood instead of like the special effect when you're hitting something. The hitting effect. Okay. I actually want to see some blood. I want to see some, make me feel like I'm really hitting people. I'm really, battling. I'm really at war. Okay. Oh, okay. Man, I haven't paid attention to the games and for a long time. Fist of North Star, Musho, and Berserk. Hey, one game that I'm really hyped, and as well as a lot of people, is Dragon Ball Fighter Z. The game made by Bandai Namco and it's coming up next year. I believe it's spring, sometime in spring. That game looks legit, okay? I mean, even though I'm not a Dragon Ball fan, at least I'm not a huge Dragon Ball fan, I'm still pretty excited for that game because like all the graphics and all the effects, the game makes you like feel like you are really powerful and really pumped up, and that's what a fighting game should really do. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I'm pretty excited for it. Although I'm not a Dragon Ball fan. You should check it out. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Okay. For me, it's like I don't, you know, play a lot as, as I used to. But I still play from time to time. And you know what's the deal with the tournament fee for StarCraft Remaster? Because I heard Blizzard make like the Korean pay like so much money just to host, so they have a license to host the tournament. It's not StarCraft 2, but StarCraft Remaster. It's StarCraft Remaster. I heard they make the Korean pay like, I don't know, a ridiculous amount of money. It's been a talk in the forum too. You know, just to host a tournament, they have to pay like a ridiculous amount of money. I don't like that watch has dingy, man. To me, like Blizzard always trying to look for ways to increase the microtransaction, trying to milk every try to get every penny from you. Like with all the announcer pack and all the emotion pack, whatever it's called. Man, I can't blame them though. Man, if that's true, that's really fucked up, man. Cause even though I don't really care about like one-on-one pro scene, I mean, I want the game to live, like at least for another 20 years. I mean, that's what they said, right? They want the game to, to be good and to live good for another 20 years. But it seems like if they they put like this requirement that the Koreans need to pay like a ridiculous amount of money just to host tournament. That's the way to kill the game, man. I don't know how that game is gonna, well, maybe they're gonna stick to the original graphic, so Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I really hope, you know, StarCraft Remaster is not a money grab, you know, a short cash grab. I really hope not. And but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I heard a lot of problem like the lags. I mean, I do feel lags when I play with people. There's also a lot of things to fix. I really hope they fix cannot create more units. You know, it is really bullshit that it's year 2017 and you know something. It was a thing back in the day because like the computer was so like way worse back in the days. So you know they had this cannot create more units to you know prevent your computer overheat or crash or something. But nowadays, I mean, any computer can run the game so smooth. So yeah, it's year 2017 and cannot create more units. It really should not be a thing. I really hope they fix it sooner or later. Eventually. But yeah, it needs to get fixed. It's really hindering the use map settings map by hurting a lot. And they say they're probably not gonna have an announcement for any other remaster in BlizzCon this year. They're probably not gonna have any announcement. But I think eventually they're gonna remaster Diablo 2, which I'm also pretty excited for because Diablo 2, it's also one of my favorite. Man, so much memory, man. Diablo 2. But I think David Brevet, they say he said remastering Diablo 2 is not a good idea, but I think for Blizzard right now it's just too much money to you know to pass on. Yeah, I think it's pretty much confirmed that they are gonna remaster Diablo 2 and Warcraft 3. It's pretty much confirmed. It's not a question of if, it's just a question of when. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah. And it's 9:47 already. See how time flies when you concentrate on doing something. So I'm gonna end the stream in like at 10 o'clock, which is your 1 o'clock. So I don't want you to stay up so late. I don't want you to become a panda. But thank you very much for watching and having this conversation with me. It always makes my time go faster when someone is having a conversation with me. It always does help. Yeah, when you concentrate on doing something, time flies. Dun 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 dun. Da, 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 da. Ah, cool. Cool. Maybe someday you gotta teach me 3D modeling, because I don't know like nothing about it. That's cool, man. I really don't know anything about 3D modeling. Someday I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay. Maybe. I only know how to play with Photoshop a little bit. That's it. $9:54, man. Stream's gonna end in a few minutes. Once again, thank you for watching. This is long and dry. That's why I always play some motivational music. Because this is already long and dry. Yep. Oh man, so much detail, man. Like you might see just just lines and and values, but there are a lot of fall in, fall out, like the gradation. Like you gotta add in, like add the transition from this side on that side. It's a lot more than it seems. If you don't add the transition, then just things gonna look bland. It just gonna look like just lines. So you just put in the value, add the transition to make things look three-dimensional. as you can see, like it's already an hour. I still haven't done much yet. I maybe just added like this part. So it's gonna take a long time. Yeah, this drawing, that definitely reminds me of drawing Jim Raynor. Man. Like all the metal armor feel. Yeah, one is Protoss, one is Terran, but yeah, it does remind me. Because a lot of, you know, the how do I make something work also apply on that drawing. Yeah, do that, man. Model, yeah, 3D modeling StarCraft unit, and then I have a 3D printer, and then, you know, make it on your own. That would be really cool. That's gonna be really cool, I'm telling you. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream now. Like always, I try to make this at least every other day. You know, maybe except for weekend. So if it's not tomorrow night, it'll be the day after for my next stream. So